Jake.
Hello.
And even though this is a lacrosse blog, MLB The Show's the best video game for sports, so we're going to hit dingers. Yeah, we are up on YouTube, it looks like, as well, so we're all set to go. I'm just going to do something on my end. On the computer, just do the spreadsheet. And all right. Should be all set to go on that. All right. So let us get into online. So what we're doing tonight is online home run derby because who wants to watch us play an actual game? We're going to be making up stuff on the fly. In fact, let me just tweet this out. You got the College Cross Twitter up to retweet that. Yep, you did. Okay, perfect. So we're going to make up the rules on the fly. I have a spreadsheet, too, with what ballparks we're doing and whatnot. So how do we want to do hitters? Random, or I get to run with Pete Alonso every time?
You can run with Pete Alonso every time, sure.
All right.
Who wants to see us, like, get some random friggin' slap hitter for a home run derby?
Yeah. And then you could run with whatever. Because the Orioles don't have... Let me just see here. The Orioles, Wow, Chris Davis's power stats fell off a cliff.
It's like... My franchise mode, he's down. I don't know where he started, but he's already down to, like, overall, like, I think below 60.
Meanwhile, Pete Alonso, power 104.
It's truly tragic.
All right, so the other thing is the ballparks. We're going to do winner gets to choose whichever ballpark. Though we are kind of thinking about starting with the really bad ballpark, so that way we have something to look forward to. I don't know. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, that works.
All right, so we'll try to do the bad ones first. We'll flip a coin on AL or NL. We'll try to alternate between the American League and the National League. I was thinking about doing divisions, but then like you get to the AL Central, and the AL Central has a ton of mediocre ballparks.
Yeah.
Like they're good, but they're not good. They're not great. They're not bad, and they're kind of the same. Especially when you talk about like Comerica and Jacobs Field.
They're all like extremely just insane.
So heads or tails for the first ballpark we're going to do. I'll invite you to the room in a second because that's the way this goes. If it's AL, we'll run with the worst AL ballparks, Oakland. If it's NL, what's the worst NL park? Trop's AL. Oh yeah, Trop's worse than Oakland. We'll run the Trop. Worst NL. The issue with the NL is all the ballparks are new. There's no like real bad ones. I'm trying to think what's a bad one in the NL. Miller Park's kind of suck. Kind of lame, but I don't know. It's
Whatever the hell the Marlins is called.
Oh yeah, the Marlins Park. Yeah, that. All right, so heads for we're going to start off in Florida one way or another. All right, heads will be AL, tails NL. I'm going to flip the coin now. scintillating television here. It is heads, so we are heading to the Trop. Alright, so play with friends. I'm going to create a friend lobby with you. I think you should be able, when you go to friend lobby, you should be able to join mine, I think. See if that works. Now, the only downside to home run derbies is now it's not like the old school way where we each take turns. We go simultaneously. So for Jake, you're just going to see a trail for him. Are you able to see friends?
No, where's it at?
Let me see one thing again. Play with friends. No friends. How about you create a lobby first? So you're going to go hit X after you choose the stadium, then play with friends, and then hit square for create lobby. I'll join yours.
So go into the show.
Yeah, so Home Run Derby online. Are you in already?
Gotcha, give me a sec.
Okay. So while we're waiting on this, let's talk a little lacrosse. There's Johns Hopkins coaching search. I don't know how much we've been
allowed or not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, just say the substantiated hearsay we've heard is good God.
It's hilarious.
Otherwise, in other sports things, UFC.
Fight Island, baby.
2 weeks away from Fight Island on the middle of a beach, baby. Or are they running it in? Are they running it on a beach, or are they running it in that small arena in Jacksonville?
So they're starting in apparently the small arena in Jacksonville, but Dana continues to insist that Fight Island is actually a thing, and that they're actually going to run fights like just Octagon is going to be just like straight up on the beach, which is genuinely one of the most.
God, the one sport that's probably the worst idea. Well, football is probably the worst of the worst ideas, but second worst would be combat sports. And we're getting UFC before anything else. So, is Bundesliga coming back the 9th in terms of matches, or that when they're going to restart the practices?
I'm not sure. They were really talking about like coming back really quickly, which was, I mean, it feels weird, but like they could probably do it. They'll probably be like the soonest sports league back. Combat sports is actually like feasible because it's
only 2 people, but you have all the medical people that have to be involved. I guess is the only.
Yeah, issue. that's the big issue.
Mm-hmm. Just going to see is Jake on there. Okay, yeah. So are you able being on? Are you on the online?
I think I am. Alright, let me see. Alright, I'm not going to choose an Oriole player because Orioles suck. I'll take Nelson Cruz.
By the way, shout out. I don't think
Why
anyone's viewing this yet. That's all right. It's going to be archived, so we make a post out of it.
Hold on a minute. Why is it not letting me? What stadium are we doing?
Tropicana. You'll hit X, and then you're going to hit Play with Friends, and then hit Square to create a lobby, and I'll join you. There we go.
Boom.
And then I think you hit start to let it go. Or whatever button it says to run it with. There we go. looks like the NBA is starting to do practices and everything. Which, kind of odd the NBA would be the one to rush things. You would think they would be the ones that would be the...
Everyone's
more conservative.
Wants
it's
the
time
money.
for the Home Run Derby. And now, the challenger in this
Alright, so we'll start off at
round,
Tropicana
number
Field
20,
because
Pete
it stinks.
Alonso.
Hope someone one of us hits the lights.
Let's see what he can do.
So again, you'll see me and you'll see his ball tracks. Mine's green, Jake's red. Jake hit a dinger. Now remember, this is new school rules with the time bonuses and stuff. Even though it's better in person, it's not necessarily the best for video games.
Gone. That's his first home run.
Wow. Freaking moonshot.
That's a home run.
368 for me.
His third in a row.
Taking the lead. Oh, that's a homer.
Gone. All the way out to the concourse.
Also, you can skip pitches as like real life. So.
3 minutes to go.
It's some long ones to get that time bonus. Nope.
5 swing home run. Sixth consecutive home run.
Actually, I thought I missed that, but that's going to get left field corner.
In a row now.
Looking at the light.
420. Nice.
Scintillating television, but who cares? You're here for the banter and for
Out of here.
sports talk. By the way, let's all wish a happy birthday to Jake.
Thank you, Ryan.
No doubt about that one.
They had the time bonus still. I don't know. They changed the home run derby rules like every year. I mean, on the brighter side, I guess it's better than the NHL skills competition. But...
440.
Or the non-3-point slam dunk NBA skills competition. Or whatever the hell they try to do with the Pro Bowl every year now.
2 minutes remaining.
Remember the one year they did actually do a skills competition and no one watched it?
Yeah. They just need to bring back the quarterback challenge that they did, like, and then they threw it on in the middle of March. Like CBS aired it on a random weekend in March.
That's hilarious.
I think you take the lead here. It's 12-11, Jake in the lead.
Love to see it.
It's gone. Home run number 12. Oh, that's a monster home run.
Cracked it.
A hat trick. 3 in a row. Just 1 minute remaining. That's number 4 in a row.
Left. Shit.
That is now 5 in a row.
Guess none of us are going to hit the race
Consecutive home run.
Alonso's just hitting it nuts up the left field. So.
30 seconds left. Make it 7 in a row now.
4.
Keep it going, fans. That's now 8 in a row. That's 9 straight home runs.
If there's no bonus time, then we could bring off a lot of these tonight. But that looks like game one goes to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Rick.
home run derby champion, Pete Alonso.
Alright. I think we can just restart right off the bat and go wherever. Alright, so next we're going to go to an NL park and we'll go to Miami then. Winner's choice. God, we got to go all the way back to this?
I know. It's assy. We're doing NL?
NL, yeah, Marlins Park this time. I'll create this lobby this time. Marlins Park. I can't believe they got rid of Fish God. That was the only good thing about this ballpark. I feel like this soundtrack gets so repetitive. They play the same 5 songs out of like the 17.
Nothing will ever top the, what, FIFA 10 soundtrack, whatever it was?
What was the FIFA 10 soundtrack?
Which one was it?
The GOAT was FIFA 13.
I remember FIFA 13, yeah. It was like FIFA 10 or 11, or it might have been World Cup 2010.
World Cup 2010 was awesome too. Yeah,
World Cup 2010 was really good. One of them had a Sugar Roast song on there, which is like hilarious.
Are you able to join my lobby yet?
No, it doesn't look like it.
I thought. You go to you hit Marlins Park, then go to Play with Friends, and then I'm going to create a lobby, and then you're going to see mine.
Where's Marlins? There it is.
Yeah, best FIFA 13's the GOAT. FIFA 12 was very good too. Like FIFA 13, I think I have like 40 songs on my iPod from that soundtrack. Now it's a shame like FIFA's soundtracks are actually not good anymore.
Let's get right to it. It's time for the home run.
All right, so once again, if you're just joining us,
Hitting
you're going to see me. You're going to see the tracer for Jake. Jake's going to be the red one. I'm going to be the green one.
Alonso.
We did Tropicana Field. Now we're at Marlins Park.
The clock is now running.
I'm Pete Alonso. He's Nelson Cruz. And we both hit it to dead center, where Fish God would have been, but Derek Jeter not appreciating the one good.
A random open.
Yeah, the one good thing about this ballpark was that fish statue, and Jeets got rid of it. And the color, all the random colors. Now it's all blue.
Yeah, like it's like Miller or something. Without the slide. Whatever they call that thing.
They don't even have any like palm trees. Way to go, Jeets.
Chill. Nice uniform, too.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I still want them to go back to what they wore in the 90s. With the shield on.
Make it 7 in a row now.
Just over.
Keep it going, fans. That's now 8 in a row.
I may have to do someone besides Alonso, because Alonso is just a machine. Like every... Yeah, next one I'm not going to be Alonso
And
because I'm
that
getting
one
a little unfair.
gone off the scoreboard.
Polar Bear is just...
That gone all the way out to the concourse. That
I think I'm hitting the back wall.
Scoreboard. Wow. And another one. Yet another one.
By the way, I want to give props, speaking of video games, to the Michigan Wolverines running the table in Big Ten play off of Casey Powell across 8 streets. 429.
It's hilarious.
Like, there's blatant... Yeah.
2 minutes remaining.
The most blatant...
Let me just say, like, that game looks like, I've never played it, but that legitimately looks like the worst sports game I've ever seen. Like, it looks just terrible. Like, it doesn't even look remotely close to, like, actual lacrosse. Because the players just, like, stand around, and then you, like, just, like, shoot it from anywhere, and it just, like, goes in. Like, I don't... Like, it... I mean, it just looks like absolutely abominable.
Props to Michigan for going
Seriously,
from... How many... What was his record before the season got called off to running the entire Big... to running the Big Ten table.
That's what needs to get out.
So how are you doing in your Orioles franchise?
Just 1 minute remaining.
So, year one, I
that's
just,
a
like,
monster home
skip
run.
through because, like, the team's terrible. But year two, which I just started today, I signed...
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing a line for next time. He's cheat coding me.
I signed
No
like Kluber
question about that one.
and a couple other dudes. And we're off to a pretty good start.
Making it even 20 home runs. Wow. That's 3 in a row now. That one out of here. Off the batter's eye.
I don't think it's less than I did. I think it's going to be like the same score because you probably get more this time. No, I'm going to finish with one less. Oh, no, we're going to give me one more.
It's going to be 23.
23!
Yeah, not going with Alonso next time.
23rd home
At least they
run.
kept the fish tank. So they got one thing going right at Marlins Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, your home run derby
I'm
champion.
not running with Alonso next time. So now we got to restart the whole process because it boots us all the way to the beginning.
Peter Alonso. 23 to 16.
All right, so we'll go AL. Let me just update the spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm in May in mine.
Like 2020 or 2021?
2020. I'm in
Actually,
a
I just
dedicated.
raised it 2020 'cause
Yeah,
it was
I'm
like
in
a
a.
month.
Yeah, I play every game. I don't know. I'm the one person that doesn't.
Oh, this year I'm playing like every game.
Yeah,
but-
I'm like the one person who doesn't sim the franchise mode, which you're kind of supposed to do. But I know most people do their franchise by simming, but I don't.
Let's try Trout.
I'm gonna go with. So you got Trout. I'm gonna go. Maybe Christian Yelich.
AL Park?
Yeah, I'm again winner's choice. I'm gonna do Oakland again. Get the bad ones out of the way.
Sounds good.
Create the lobby.
I actually like Oakland's Park.
Maybe now that the Raiders are gone, maybe they'll knock down Mount Davis.
It's Oakland, like it's unique.
It's the last of the cookie cutters.
I'm a stan of just old rundown ballparks. Like the Coliseum, I
Let's
just
get
love
right
it.
to it.
The Metrodome,
It's time for the
love
Home
it.
Run Derby.
just love it.
Hitting first in this championship round, number 22.
That like, what is it? The friggin' just like whatever it is out in right field on the Metrodome.
The clock has officially
So I'm Christian
started.
Yelich this game, and Jake's Trout. We're in Oakland. Once again, I'm the red trail. I'm the green trail. He's the red trail.
Gone. That's his first home run.
So it's
Big
funny.
O in Montreal is also awesome. The only one that sucks is the Trout. And that's just
Another
I don't.
home run.
I never really liked the Olympic Stadium though. Like in MVP 04 when they had the split season between there and Puerto Rico. I was always happy when the Mets played the Puerto Rico games because they couldn't stand playing at the Big O. Which, by the way,
has there ever been a more hilarious sports suggestion than playing half a season in Montreal and half a season in Montreal? It's like the most hilarious shit ever.
besides whatever all these leagues are going to be doing this summer with the pandemic to get games in, 'cause we're gonna have some doozies this summer.
Another home run.
They have not made like a good suggestion, which I understand that like there's no good suggestions right now.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, like, let's just keep the players away from their families for a few minutes. Okay, sure.
Into the
That
second.
Aaron Rodgers is hyped.
That's 3 in a row now. That one's out of here and into the
They're like the
second
NBA's. Hey, let's just all go to Vegas. Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out like the logistics
half.
of
5 straight
if it's the
home runs.
playoffs, I get it. Like the playoffs, I think like the NHL with like going to like the 4 different locations. Like actually, I can kind of see
6
that.
Yeah.
consecutive
Just
home
maybe,
runs.
but it's like not the regular season.
Yeah, and the issue is the NHL's thinking regular season. Now,
Yeah, dude, give up on the regular season. Like, it's
I mean, I get it. You have all the time in the world now because you're like, all right, let's just do a shortened season next year. You know, that gives you
Maybe.
some buying time to in case there's a second wave. But
which is how many guys are on an NHL roster?
23, right? Right. It's what? It's 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, 2 goalies, and your scratches.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, something like that. And it's like 20, and there's 8 teams per division, I think. Or, I mean, there's 31 teams in the league, I think.
yeah.
So, it's like, that's just too many people, I think.
That
In
one's
one,
out
them
of
all in
here.
one hotel?
Now
I
11
guess.
home runs for him.
But I feel like the idea they had
It's gone.
For
Home run number 12.
playoffs actually might work.
As long as they go straight to the playoffs. But now they're talking
Yeah,
about, let's just resume the season. Like, no, I don't want to watch the New Jersey Devils and Detroit Red Wings play.
Yeah, like
Just
seriously. Like,
1 minute.
Just go straight to the playoffs. Do a play-in round because there's a little bit of a mess with the point percentage and stuff if need be. But
That one is out
it's a
of
big
here.
ballpark.
He's
you
13.
need, and
home run.
you got to get over this tall wall too.
420. Nice. Yeah, if you go like straight to the playoffs, you got what? I mean,
And there it is.
I guess
His
there's
13th home run.
4
30
teams in each
seconds
kind of
left.
division set up. I think you could. I guess you put one in Vegas because I think Nevada's doing pretty well.
You can do Vegas, probably Dallas if Texas stays.
Ugh, I don't know Texas anymore.
Texas, yeah.
I heard, what is it? They suggested like New Brunswick or something, like Ontario, and it's like, I mean, there's not gonna be fans there, so what does it really matter where you are?
Yeah, the only issue is the Canadian cities have been like banning all events
Out of here.
through the
That's
summer.
his 15th
If you can get a
home run.
workaround, if there's no, I don't know. I mean, the
Maybe
good.
you could do New York. though.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the only issue is New York might be a little bit. By the way, Jake won this round, so he will get choice of stadium next.
Mike.
Yeah, I mean New York. The good news is we're probably going to get out of this pretty soon. But the bad news is we've had such a big number of it that it's still gonna.
Maybe Washington. You could do both of the. I mean.
Yeah, the Metropolitan's the hardest one.
Yeah, the Metro. I don't know really what you do with the Metro.
Because the Atlantic, you could also do Tampa Bay or Florida.
Yeah, Florida's pretty rough. Florida's pretty rough right now, so I guess you could do Maryland. Maryland might get better. I mean, I think we're in.
Yeah, the good news is, like, for the state of New York, like, if you go on the COVID-19 tracker by the IMHE, it's... The projections, I mean, granted, they're using a little bit different, but going by the official numbers, it's running a little bit lower than the trend it's been putting together. And as of right now, like, Memorial Day's when they're suggesting, like, New York doing it, and New York's been, like, one of the ones that have been sticking to the plan the best. Yeah, you could roll with Trout. I'm going to roll with...
So we're doing NL this time.
Yeah, it's your pick now. I'm going to go with...
If we're getting bad parks out of the way, let's do Chase Field.
All right. Let's try one with Trout versus Alonso. If Alonso's still crushing it, I'll switch again next time. Sound good?
Yep.
So Chase Field now. All right.
God, he had 53 homers last year?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was good, but Jesus Christ. So, man, there's just like no one who's tweeting through it more than Lax Twitter right now. Like
we're now at the point where we're playing Stratomatic.
Let's get right to it.
Like, some of the people out there are like, I love you, but it's like, guys, we got a long way to go.
Long way to go. Yeah, we got till February.
Yeah. There's not going to be games till at best.
Do not tell me anything about the PLL either, even if they have games, we're not counting that.
That's his first home run.
Chase Field's not bad.
I mean, but NL Parks are pretty good, so...
Yeah.
Another home run.
And they did the Royal Rumble, that was pretty cool. No one jumped in the pool, which is disappointing, but...
Yeah. God, we got robbed of no one going into the pool. 450. And you had a 457. That, and we got robbed of the pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium.
That's number 4.
Yeah, that was rough. And then Michael, I think we're talking about going back, because...
5 straight home
rather than risk it, rather than risk it in LA next year.
Well, yeah, because LA, it's like, are they going to be able to finish the stadium on time?
Are they working on it? Because that 460.
But I think that's the thing. Like, it wasn't known if they were able to work on the stadium.
Because I think they're working on Allegiant Stadium in Vegas for the Raiders. I don't know if they're doing SoFi Stadium for the Chargers and Rams. Because, well, it's also because they kind of have to do it for the Raiders. That and Las Vegas has not exactly been as stringent as Los Angeles.
Somehow Nevada's doing all right. Like, it's odd. 462. Wow.
These are some big lads here.
3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
LA's 100,000. They gotta get some crazy shit. I don't know. Give the Rockets $5 million to show up. That's a big ass fucking stadium. I should have ground her.
The bunt derby. Like, they have this whole skills competition where they do the bunt derby. They'll never have a skills competition because you can never do fastest arm without all the pitchers worrying about having to get Tommy John surgery after doing it.
Wow.
I think we'll stick with Alonso Trout because it's fun and it's close.
That one's out of here. Now 11 home runs for him.
It is kind of wild, though, how quickly we went. I remember, like, when it was like, we only got away at third through the season. It's like, this would have been the last week of the regular season. I'm like, really? Already?
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I guess maybe because I'm also teaching and everything, but I found this month to go by quick.
Oh no, it went by forever, which is wild because March
went by. Yeah, it took a year, but now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, now we got used to it. It's like, hey, we're about maybe, and now we're at the point where like, hey, about 4 weeks away from some things coming back. Not everything, but a little bit. And
that one's out of here, off the batter's eye.
And it's kind of funny too how quickly all the pessimism kind of turned into optimism in the sports world too. Like,
well, I think the good thing was they decided to finally like.
And there it is, his 14th home run.
Think outside the box, and not like, oh, let's just start the thing in the stadium. Like, no, that's not.
That's
like, you can't.
15th home run.
You can't have people traveling. So you can't just do it like regular.
1 minute,
but with no fans. You got to think.
And I mean, the other thing is too, I think all the leagues realize, we're still 2 months away from this, so there's still plenty of time to put together something and see how things go. And B, it kind of now say, hey, it's going to be a weird year anyway, so we could kind of play around with how we go about these schedules and stuff, where we could start the next season later or shorten it or whatever, because it's an unprecedented year anyway, so we can do whatever the hell we want. We could indefinitely postpone this if need be, that way we have a champion in these things. So and again, as long as everybody stays the course, we could see a bit of at least a normal summer. Of course, that's a big if.
Yeah, well, it's going to be summer, maybe.
You need more. You need everyone to stay the course, which, as of right now, is not looking like the case. We're not going to get political here, but
Alonso.
I'll let you get. Yeah, I'll let you get next pick.
No, you won't.
All right. What was the final tally? How many do you have?
19 for you, 18 for me.
All right, so we'll stick Alonso Trout. I think that was evenly matched. The big lads. Of course, the only thing is, just a big unknown with the second wave. You never know when it's going to come or if it's going to come. That's a scary thing. Yeah.
That's the worry, really, is if that, pushes us back into it again.
Mm-hmm.
And, social distancing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know when it's going to come. You don't know if it's going to come. There might be a possibility it doesn't come back. I wouldn't put my money on that. I would think that there would be a second wave any other pandemic has shown.
Hopefully there's... we got another 8 months before that to hopefully get a vaccine. I don't think we will.
Or at least some treatments to help it. Yeah.
So and how quickly it is kind of wild in terms of finding some sort of antibody or vaccine.
And like New York State, they're going to be testing everyone for antibodies and stuff. So just a little bit of a personal note on my end. My family's been hit with the virus, but thankfully all mild cases. So I'm out of the 4 of us in the house, 3 of them got it. I haven't yet, but there's a good possibility I was asymptomatic from both from teaching in Queens and being in a house filled with everybody with it. But thankfully all mild cases and everything. But I'm really interested with the antibody testing because New York State's really ramping that up, and they're going to be on the forefront of that. I definitely want to check that out and see, because there's a good possibility I may have had it already. But, of course, there's also the other scary thing is, what if nobody's really immune to it, even with the antibody? So that's the other thing. The World Health Organization threw that red flag, which is...
Yeah, I don't know. The WHO's a little unreliable sometimes with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll go AL. I'll do the world's greatest sports bar, Skydome, Rogers Center.
Oh, love it.
Your favorite ballpark. I say that because you hate the Blue Jays.
I do hate the Blue Jays. I enjoy that they have like people just fucking in like the during games. Like I
Yes.
respect that.
Yeah. The hotel, you don't respect the throwing everything on the field all the time.
And I like the ballpark. Like I mean I don't know.
It's a cool ballpark.
It's a cool ballpark. I hate the Blue Jays. Like I just don't like the Blue Jays. But the Skydome itself.
Yeah, Skydome's a cool place. It's old, but it's still got its charm with the retractable.
I really have nothing against Toronto. I just hate their sports teams.
I like the Raptors.
The Raptors are okay.
For the
fine
home
with
run derby.
But the Jays,
Hitting first in
the
the
Jays,
championship
yeah, the
round.
Leafs definitely no. It's like, oh my god, the Leafs are the
Alonso.
saddest.
Let's start the clock.
I'm really disappointed we didn't get a how does the Rona affect the Leafs?
That one.
There's still plenty of time. Oh no, with the new format, oh they were getting on a roll. Now it's the playoffs and they fall apart. It's because of the Rona.
And that one gone into the second deck.
Y'all see the Adam Schefter? The Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts because they were
worried about Corona.
Carson Wentz would get the Rona. It's like, dude, if Carson Wentz gets the Rona, the entire team
has the It's not like Sam Darnold getting mono. The other cool.
What if one of our QBs gets sick? The entire team will be quarantined for 2 weeks. You'll miss 2 games. That's what's happening.
The other thing I like about the Skydome too, I know they have the roof closed for this, but it's right next to the CN Tower, so the CN Tower is like right on top of it. So that's really cool.
3 minutes to go.
Yeah, Skydome's cool.
That's a home run.
I just wanted to do this one because I know you hate the Jays.
Oh,
there's another one. Gone.
Like, were you angrier over the 2014 ALCS or the 2016 wildcard game because the 2016 wildcard game had the Jays?
ALCS for sure.
The
2016 wildcard game, I mean, pissed me off, especially because we
botched the bullpenning,
Yeah, botched the bullpen, and because it was the Jays. But the 2014 LCS, I stand by it. I think we would win the whole thing. And then the Royals just friggin' were running down literally every single home run. Because we couldn't go to the friggin' warning track, they were running it down.
Yeah,
the Royals got like a broken bat triple.
Yeah, the Royals. Yeah, the Royals 7th, 8th, 9th inning BS, which also happened the next year in the World Series against the Mets.
Oh God, it's the worst. It's just ridiculous.
The only thing that could stop them was even year BS out of the Giants. God, remember how dramatic that 9th inning was, and then it ended on a pop up in the in foul territory. How did that go over? That was a line drive dinger. The 12-12. This is a good one. I think we're going to stick to Trout versus Alonso because this is a good one.
And there it is, his 14th home run.
There's a good chance the Raptors repeat if they get the season going on, though. I think they'll be good in the playoffs because they got a lot of what they had last year just outside of Kawhi. I mean, I think it's going to be them or the Bucks.
His third consecutive home run. Budenholzer seems to get a bit tight.
That one out of here.
It'll still be hilarious when the Sixers and Celtics will fall apart.
That is now 5 in a row. Sixth consecutive home run.
Love the American flag bunting.
Question, why's there an American flag at the Rogers Center?
I think that's actually historically accurate, though. If you watch the 92-93 World Series, they did have American flag bunting.
Keep God knows what that's now 8 in a row.
I'm just confused. I'm going to lose by like 2.
You're just confused by what?
No, I was just wondering like why there's an American flag there.
That's 9 straight home runs.
All right, 22-19.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alonso wins the
your
game.
All right, I'll pick someone besides Alonso again.
Not do it. I'm gonna get it this time.
Alonso.
I'm chilling. I want the challenge of seeing if I can beat this sumbitch.
Again, we're going NL. NL parks are good. Let's make it a little bit of a challenge. Let's go to a pitcher park. Do Petco?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're getting into... We got the first, like, 3 were the bad ballparks. Now it's all pretty good no matter where you go. We'll do Petco, though, because that's going to be a bit of a challenge with the pitcher's park.
Can I rant about how like pissed I'm gonna get about this freaking transfer portal and all the ACC teams?
Oh, yeah, everyone's going to Duke and UNC.
And like two ACC teams basically. Because like, sorry, Q's fans, like you're not gonna get like every player.
Well, they're getting most of the guys returning anyway, so I don't know where there's going to be much room to get.
Turn like that's.
The round is
yeah, that's what I said. I don't think there's any room for transfers at this rate.
I mean,
maybe 1 or 2, but
if Sauer's like really want to go, you're making for Sauers. But they really just need defensemen, and
those aren't your sexy transfer portal players.
Well, I don't know how many defensemen are really in the portal.
It's mainly attackmen and mids.
It's mainly just offensive guys so far. I can't think of
and I mean, if you think about it, Penn State's returning everybody. I don't know if you're really going to have. I mean, they only have one guy to replace.
So.
That's a home run.
But yeah, like, I mean. People keep asking, like, on the main account, like, about Sauers, and it's like, I don't know, like, like, I legitimately, all I know is, like, what we heard, which was, like, 2 weeks ago, which is just that he was talking to Duke and UNC in Virginia, and what I know is that Virginia said that they weren't, like, providing extra money for, like, 5th years, which I assume, and they've already brought back a few guys, so I'm assuming Virginia's not going to have like extra money to go pursue somebody.
I mean, you could definitely go there without a scholarship if you really wanted to, but
yeah, but I don't see why you would when let's say you really wants to go to Virginia. And what I do know is that so that leaves Duke and UNC, who we know he was talking to, and them specifically.
But we still don't know what UNC, because remember, with public schools, they might be in a little bit more of a crunch too. Remember, so.
Possible, but I mean, UNC already has Chris Gray, which doesn't mean he wouldn't go there. But it's at Duke, he gets to be the guy. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for the guy, but like,
how in the world did I get in the lead here? Did you see that? It went off the building in foul territory.
Keep hitting foul balls.
The foul pole is the actual building, and it hit the left side of it. It's so silly. God, I love quirky for the sake of being quirky ballparks.
So it's like, yeah, like I think he's going to do.
Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
I don't know, maybe I'll be wrong, but like I'd like to be wrong. Though
but
I don't know, like I guess if it's like it's weird because it's like I hate Duke more than I hate Penn State, but then I'm also like, why do I want to see Michael Sauers go to Penn State when we have to play him? Like I don't want that.
Yeah, if he goes to Duke, as long as Coach K's still alive, you're not playing them in the regular season, so.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hit it off the board.
Home run number 12.
Greatest moment in baseball history happened at Petco Park.
Bartolo.
Yeah. Hit it into the building because that's my way to hit home. It's only 3:36 to left. Yeah, I mean,
I keep hitting a foul to left like every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where. I don't know who the big players are going to be in the transfer market, too, when you think about it, though. If Virginia's not going to be one of them, and Penn State's got everyone back. I mean, I guess Ohio State could, but they're returning a lot of guys, too.
I mean, it's the ACCs, like, that I just look at, and it's like, I don't, like, Penn State and Maryland, I don't know, because Penn State is bringing back, obviously, a bunch of guys already. Maryland doesn't have any seniors even.
Yeah, so Maryland could, but at the same token,
but they're also bringing in like the best class in the country. So
yeah, you don't want to screw over. You don't want to potentially lose out on any freshmen because they got.
I don't know how many money they'll have with the guys they have, and they may also be committing saving money for Bernhardt if he wants to come back. I mean, I guess it depends on. So like there's some guys in the portal, and I don't want to like
speculate,
denigrate anybody. But there's more, I guess, like depth guys in the portal than I anticipated there being, and I just don't know like where.
I mean, would it be a boon for some of these mid majors? Maybe.
I just don't see how they have. I just don't see how they have the money. Like I know people are saying that like. Oh, it's a chance for all the mid-majors since the other schools are bringing back their guys. And it's like, it could be. I just don't know where the money is coming from for...
Home run derby champion.
17-13 going.
I just don't see where the money's coming from for some of these mid-majors. I don't...
But, I mean, that's the thing is I don't know where the money's coming from. Because, I mean, if you look at the Big Ten, Rutgers is always in a budget crunch no matter
the Big
what.
Ten, I think the Big Ten is all going to have money. It just depends on how they want to...
But I mean that's the thing. Rutgers is
Rutgers is the one that
they're in a budget crunch in a good year all the time.
Rutgers never has money. Rutgers' money situation is
Hopkins. We've heard some things where they might not be either. So
I mean Hopkins has. I mean, but I think theirs is like everyone's got budget shortfalls to some degree.
So we're going to AL this time.
All right, I'm just gonna keep a trout because I don't know, I'm stubborn
and. While you do that, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I'll be right back, and then we'll do another one. All right, we're back. I'll give you a bone. I'll let you pick the AL Stadium because I'm a little lost for it right now.
All right.
But yeah,
AL, go on.
Yeah, you could go. Yeah.
Well, I picked the ballpark. You can talk.
Which okay.
I'm still picking. I'm looking through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see with. I would say the schools that might be in best shape are the more established private schools, which there's not a lot in the ACC and Big Ten. That's Duke, Notre Dame, Syracuse, and that's it.
Syracuse is a private school?
Yeah, Syracuse is private.
I had no clue. Holy shit.
Yeah. I wish it was public given my student loan payment back, but no, yeah, Syracuse.
I mean, look, I think if I don't, again, there are a lot of guys in the portal, though I can't I don't know off the top of my head how many are seniors and how many are
Yeah.
juniors and sophomores or whatever.
I mean, I guess with the Ivies might be able to pick up a couple of the young guys, but the majority of the guys in the portal are Ivy League guys because of the ruling.
No one is going to the Ivy League.
Yeah.
I picked up Progressive Field.
Progressive, okay.
No one's going to the Ivy League for the foreseeable future, which is what I think. Like, the Ivy is going to be losing guys. Like the Ivy lost a massive senior class.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and but I just wonder about young guys, like, who are thinking. Like, I know because that seemed to be, like, B.J. Burles, who was the number 6 recruit in the country last year, who left Yale to go to Maryland, said part of the reason was he didn't want to lose a year of... He's a freshman. He's like, I didn't want to lose a year of lacrosse. And he gets to play 4 years with his brother, who was transferring in.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a balance of the guys that want to get their degree. Yeah, it's going to be the guys who want to play lacrosse and star on it versus the guys that want to get the degree. So it's really going to be personal preference.
And that's why I always look at people like, why do you always look at Duke and CUVA? It's like, well, A, because all 3 of them are like the top
tier. Yeah, UVA and UNC are pretty much private schools that are actually public schools. Like, even in their culture, it's more like a private school, even though they're public.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not even... Go step on UVA's campus.
By the way, we both picked righties with this godforsaken double wall at Progressive Field and left field. We could have cleaned up with the lefty.
Consecutive home run.
Yeah, like, I don't... So those are why I always come over those. So, I don't know, I mean... The Ivy... I mean, I don't want to, like, prognosticate, like, doom on the Ivy League, but... I just look at I just look at losing out on this big class. I mean, look, they were going to have 3 teams in the NCAA. They maybe could have 4. They missed out on a league basically that, like, they've been waiting on for a while in terms of, like, just a great... This is the best, at least since I've been following the sport, the Ivy League had never been this good. And you talk about, and potentially maybe losing younger guys that could take out, like, the depth of the conference in the long run. And then, I mean, I don't know if Pete Milliman's going to take the Johns Hopkins job. I'm not saying he is. But
I mean, yeah, Cornell's such a weird case because it feels like they've had a revolving door of coaches, but it hasn't really hurt them. I guess because they have the name. Yeah.
I mean, if he loses, like, if Milliman leaves Cornell, I mean, that's 3 straight basically Cornell coaches, not counting Kerwick, who got fired at the league, and Ben DeLuca, who got pushed out. That just left for other jobs, and I think if Milliman did leave, it to me just further establishes that the Ivy is a place where you just leave. Like, you look at the top coaches in the country. I mean, John Tillman, first head coaching job, Harvard. Lars Tiffany, not
Brown.
first head coaching job, but he's now at Brown. Petro was at Cornell. Bill Tierney was at Princeton, obviously. Went to Denver. Jeff Tambroni was
Cornell.
At Cornell, went to Penn State. Brian Wilcour's not in that kind of class, but still left Penn. Though I think to some degree that was kind of Penn. So it's now with Milliman left too, and again, I'm not saying he is. I don't really know at this point. I don't know. I don't know how much it hurts the reputation. I don't like, but it just furthers it that after Ivy felt like it was kind of building things up with Shea building up this big behemoth at Yale, and he turned down Virginia a couple years ago. He felt like Cornell was coming on. Penn's had a really great recent run. Ivy ultimately still feels like a place where you don't stay. It's great. And the reason for that, I don't know how much you really... You can't change the admissions of the Ivy League.
Yeah.
And you can't... And if they were ever going to change their grad transfer rules and stuff like that, it was going to be this year, and they didn't do it. So, like, you're not really changing the Ivy League at the end of the day.
Yeah. Ooh, 2. It might make it close. 1 homer between us.
You know.
There's number 18.
Stick there.
That's gone. Home run number 19. 30 seconds left.
First one to hit it to Quicken Loans Arena wins. That might have been fine. 454.
3 in a row.
I miss a homer with me, motherfucker.
I know, I'm sticking to Lonzo because you wanted the challenge.
No. It's too good.
You want me to stick with Alonzo, right? Don't switch.
No,
next
yes, no. Like I'm not saying like switch it. I'm gonna get it at some point. This is my best round, and I still can't beat this dude. That was a fun one. We had what?
Yeah.
45 something on me.
Jacobs Field's a fun one. I like Jacobs Field. Yeah, see, we're getting into actual good ballparks. It's not just crummy ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, your home run derby champion, Pete.
I'll let you pick the next NL one too, just to throw your bone. 22-21.
Shit.
Okay, so it's NL next time. Of course, the big question mark is two is getting college football season in, because pro sports are one thing, and it looks like they can kind of in comparison do it at ease, whereas colleges they don't even know if they're coming back for the fall.
Yeah. All right, I'm not going to the right.
Oh, you're switching from Trout.
I've just been going righties just like so often that I'm gonna see if I can get a lefty in. But all the best guys with power are righties.
Yeah, usually I hit better with lefties, but this year in this show, for some reason, I hit better with righties. I don't know. I'm more comfortable hitting righties.
JD Martinez, righty. Cruz is righty. Trout was righty. Fuck it. I'll stay with Trout. And we're going NL. Now I'll save that one for later because it's a good hitters park in the National League. Not Coors, because I want to save Coors.
Let me see. Hitters Parks. We're saving Wrigley, obviously.
Let's go to Miller.
Miller. All right. There is one mediocre NL stadium left, though. The suburban office park, Atlanta.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot about that one.
I'll do that next. Cause, yeah, the completely mediocre park.
Let's get right to
in the
it.
suburbs.
It's time.
Has Atlanta ever had a
for
good
the
ballpark?
home run derby.
No, Turner Field was
And now,
mediocre too.
The challenger in this championship round, Pete.
Yeah, every ballpark in
Alonso.
Fulton County Stadium was your typical run-of-the-mill cookie cutter.
That's his first home run. That one is gone. His second home run.
Hey, the music shut off, thank God. I think it's tired of hearing the same three
Hat-trick. 3 in a row.
And I'm gonna say, like, Pete Alonso is a fucking awesome home run hitter, but him having like 4 more power than everyone else in the
Number
game.
4 in a row.
Yeah, a little out there. I mean, he's
Like-
only a second-year
I mean,
player.
he's awesome, but like, seriously, it's like the best other guys are at 100, and this is at
104. Like, how could you have a rating over 100?
Another home run. 3 minutes to go. It's out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen.
Like, I purposely had to put Alonso on a little bit of a cold streak so he wouldn't hit a homer every game in my franchise mode.
Gone. into the bullpen.
Like, I had, like, a...
I love the AI, like, trades, because I was legitimately able to get a 80 overall catcher, by getting rid of Chris Davis's contract. Like, it was like, I wasn't able, I tried to test, like, what's the best thing I can get for the worst contract in the entire game? And, like, it's like, I actually got some, I didn't get, like, I don't know, it wasn't anything, like, completely ridiculous, like, I could get.
It was an EA NHL, trade.
But, like, seriously, like, I got a really good catcher by just giving up, like, my mediocre backups.
And gone onto the grill deck.
Wait, do you have PlayStation Plus to play online?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I figured I didn't see the Plus next year. I'm like, wait, I don't know if we can play online if you don't have Plus.
No, I just bought it, like, right before we started playing. I wrote the 1-for-1. And I'll probably get it tomorrow.
Yes, I guess you got this for quarantine entertainment.
Yes, I haven't owned it. I mean, I still have the PS3, but I just let my mom use it to stream because we have a Fire Stick. So I haven't. It's the first like video game system of my own I've played in forever.
I mean, I was contemplating a Nintendo Switch because Animal Crossing was fun, but then I looked and like, oh, everyone had the same idea, and everyone bought Nintendo Switches right at the beginning of the quarantine. So never mind about that. All they have is like the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is just like a glorified handheld.
Just 1 minute.
It's like it doesn't play half the game, so it's like, nah.
Keep it going, fans. That's now 8.
But I get to play Animal Crossing and the Pokemon games from last year, which is like Pokemon Red and Blue Millennial Edition. It's like, oh, you just don't even have to battle these freaking Pokemon anymore. You just have to, boom, catch them and throw a ball at them and catch them.
The wild battles are legit annoying. I'll say that.
The what battles?
30 seconds
wild
left.
battles.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Like in the old game.
Number 19.
Yeah, legit annoying. For sure.
Yeah, the one that they have now is like, yeah, Pokemon Yellow Participation Trophy Edition. It's like, oh yeah, just throw a ball at it and you catch it. Like, what is this? You're not grinding or anything?
Get out! Come on.
And then you have to have a certain amount of Pokemon. 450. You have to have a certain amount of Pokemon to battle a gym leader. Like, what kind of crap's that? Oh, you might tie me. Oh, we tied. We're going to overtime.
That's 7 in a row. 456.
Number 21.
Yeah, you would have the little distance tiebreaker.
That
one more.
Out of here. Now 22 for us.
Come on.
This might be it.
Come on.
His
I
third
just barely made it.
consecutive home run.
I think you went on the distance tiebreaker. You had the longer dinger.
We tied up at 23.
Yeah,
7 in a row.
Yeah, you had a 556. I had a 551. You went on distance.
12.
That was a good one. All right, so your choice again then.
So Miller was an NL Park.
Yes, sir. It's AL now.
We'll go back to the American League. And we will go... Let's play Fenway.
Fenway, alrighty. We're playing righties, right? Because if you're doing a lefty, that's cheating with the right field pole.
I mean, I picked Trout again.
Yeah, I picked the lefty. Yeah, picking a lefty here is cheating. So what you're saying is you think that Fenway's in the lower tier ballpark?
No, I don't know. I didn't want to go because the last one was fun. So I'm like, let me pick a fun one.
Fun one, yeah.
I didn't want to go to friggin' Comerica
Let's
Park.
get right to it. It's
Or Kaminsky.
time for the home run.
Those are all
derby.
this. That's Bill Central Park.
Yeah, the AL Central all
Challenger
blends
is
into one
Terry
another.
Brown.
Kaminsky's the same as Progressive, is the same as Comerica.
Alonso.
Kaufman really isn't great aside from that.
Kaufman has. They got rid of the view of the highway. That was the best part of
Let's
Kaufman, was
start
seeing the
the clock.
interstate. And then they expanded it and blocked the view of the highway, so you can't see the trucks going by anymore.
That's gone off the right pole.
What's the other ballpark you have?
Target.
Yeah, Target's nice. That's the one.
That's
That's
nice.
Oh,
the thing. You can get
monster
some
home
huge
run.
distances once you clear the stands. Like I got 458 there, because it's a long way to Lansdowne.
Wrong. That one carried on to Lansdowne.
449. This one should be bigger.
Number 4.
And then if you hit one over the wall in center, that's a huge distance too. That one's over the billboard. That's
That is now 5.
I had a 458 already.
Is that going to be that?
By the way, cool thing about MLB The Show this year, getting some of those real advertisements, like the
Sixth
Sicko sign there,
consecutive home run.
John Hancock
3
sign.
minutes to go.
Yeah, the graphics are
They got the Chick-fil-A cow at in Atlanta, which is a shame because the running gag in MLB The Show is the Dalmatian in Atlanta instead of the cow, because they didn't have the Chick-fil-A license. They put a Dalmatian in, so it was a running gag in the show. I missed that. You still have them, instead of the Chevron cars in San Francisco, they have something. They have the train in left field. So they still have that running gag for Oracle Park.
His third in a row.
So I saw that you had played like all the NHL games. Last time I played NHL was I think NHL 10.
2
I
minutes
was
remaining.
horrible at it. Granted, I was like 11.
NHL 20 is fun. The fun thing, the weird thing about NHL games is now is the most fun. The arcade games in NHL are even more fun than, like, the gameplay is still great and everything, but you have more fun playing like the NHL 1s and NHL 3s, the arcade modes. Like, they're a lot of fun to play those. Like, I'm more of an offline franchise gamer, but with NHL the past couple of years, I've been having more fun playing the arcade modes because of how fun they are to play online. The gameplay's still great, and franchise mode, B&GM mode's still great. It's nice and deep and everything, but
It's gone.
more fun
Home
playing
run
the
number
arcade
12.
games on it.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
That one is out of here. His 13th home run.
See, I might get it.
Yeah, NBA 2K was too buggy this year. I skipped it. FIFA's not that great this year either. FIFA I've like barely touched. Like, Thrill's kind of gone with me this year.
4 in a row now.
I say that also because this year with soccer's been kind of mad with me because of Tottenham's complete
5 straight
downward
home
spiral.
runs.
So,
Yeah, soccer. I feel like I hit my peak of like fandom.
I mean, like, the Euros would have helped it recover a little bit. Like, yeah, I feel like last year was the peak of it with Tottenham getting the championship.
I
And
don't
now
know
it's
why.
like, yeah.
It's like I don't feel like it was like there was a time where like I'd wake up for every Chelsea game. Like
No doubt about that one.
even early games, like I would wake up on. Now it's like the idea of waking up for a Chelsea game at like 8 o'clock is like, why would I do that?
Another home run.
And I'm not like one of those Chelsea fans who's like just hates all the
Making it
team
even.
now 'cause it's not,
20
you know,
home run.
Lampard,
Wow.
Bailey, Drogba, and all those guys. Like, but I just, also there's just the U.S. is just a complete garbage pit.
Oh, don't worry. Now we got rid of the entire youth development system because of the pandemic.
Actually, it might not be a bad thing. I don't know. It wasn't really working that well, so. Fuck it. Might as well try something else.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really happy everyone joining us tonight. Just shooting the breeze, hitting some dingers, having some fun.
Alonso.
So I'll have picked of an NL park. I guess let's go to the suburbs. Get Atlanta out of the way. I got the Steamboat song. The Steamboat rap song.
Alright, I'll switch it up. I'll go with JD Martinez.
Ooh. Alright, I'll stick with Alonso then. If you're okay with me sticking with Alonso?
Yes, I'm fine.
Alright. We'll do...
That was the point of making you not use the best guy.
Well, I don't know if you wanted me to.
I mean, it does feel a bit ridiculous how good he is, but... Truist Park? That's what this is fucking called?
Yeah, now it's called Truist Park. Next round, I'll go with someone else.
The SunTrust. Like,
yeah, it's not SunTrust anymore. Now it's Truist.
Truist Park.
Most pointless ballpark to build, though. Like, at least Texas, it makes sense because they had to play games at night the entire summer. So that makes sense because they needed a retractable roof, so they don't have to play Sunday night games that no one can watch because it's going up against Sunday night baseball. But Atlanta, it's like, oh, the white people in our fan base don't like using public transit, so let's build it in the suburbs where they have to drive to it. So,
Number 20.
I just see they do have
non-white people.
See, they got the Chick-fil-A cow now instead of the Dalmatian. But look at this. It's in a freaking office park. It's the most sterile environment in all of baseball.
That's exactly what I was about to say. So fucking classic.
Another home run.
It's not even like it's in a suburban neighborhood or anything. It's just in the middle of an office park off the interstate. It's like, okay, let me go into my 9-to-5 office job, and here's a ballpark here too.
I'm gonna put up the game with my bros in my button down.
That is 5 in a row. Sixth consecutive home run.
Alright, I gotta be honest with you. Some of the takes from your fellow New Yorkers on Twitter during the quarantine.
Oh God! As always, blame the Manhattanites and Williamsburgers.
Yeah, like I feel like there's two groups of, like, there's your blue checkmark New Yorkers, and then there's everyone else.
Yeah.
And some of the other ones are still a bit like annoying, you know.
I miss going down Fifth Avenue at night.
It's like I can respect that, like, they're legit New Yorkers. Yeah.
Then you have the transplants that all have the blue check marks, that all somehow have the blue check marks.
Or they're actually from New York, but they're just like live in Brooklyn. But yeah, it's like it's different. I miss going out for food by myself. It's different in New York. What do you mean? It's a restaurant. It's the same thing.
There's really nothing that unique. Like, don't get me wrong, I like New York City, but there's nothing that unique about it. It's a city.
I'm sure it's a nice city.
But I mean, this whole...
That's a bit ridiculous.
But that's the thing, like, my brother lives in Brooklyn, but like, Look, I love working in the city. I work in Queens. I love the neighborhood that I teach in. I love the people in the neighborhood I teach in. But city life's just not for me. I just kind of prefer being on top of one another in the suburbs. Room to breathe, I guess, is the thing. I just don't like the thought of, like, the constant hustle and bustle, I guess you could say.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I don't like. It's just the whole, like, acting like you live in, like, the only big city in the United States.
Yeah, no, my big issue is definitely with all the white people in Manhattan and Northern Brooklyn. That's what it comes down to.
That's the thing. It's like
In
the people of color can like be a little over the top, but it's like I get it. Y'all live here. That's your that's your community. You know, it's like if you want to brag about that shit,
right?
Please go ahead. Like, but the white people who are just like,
it's all the white Manhattanites in their multi-million-dollar, in their $3,000 a month rent apartment, studio apartment.
Yeah. Like, please.
That take up the entire blogosphere and all have blue check marks because they're New Yorkers that talk politics.
Seriously, it's like it kind of it's like you wonder.
Oh, you're in the lead.
No, it's like how do y'all get like? Do you just get these blue check marks because you live in New York? Like, is it just a thing? Like, they just check your bio, says New York, New York, and you just...
Oh, here's a blue check mark. Oh, you're talking about politics? The automatic blue check mark. Like, that's the other thing. How many political hacks are there with blue check marks?
It's really, well, like, I feel like part of the... Again, not to get into, like, too much political sort of talk, but I feel like part of the, like, devolvement of politics... Oh, geez, only 10 home runs in a row.
Yeah, you've been killing.
Part of like the devolution of it is just like that people see someone with a blue check. Like 5 years ago on Twitter, when you had a blue check mark, it was like a thing. Like it's like, oh, this person must have some qualification to get this. And now it's just like you read someone's bio, it's like, what do you have? Like, what do you do? Like, what am I supposed to, what is your qualification to be claiming these things? Nothing. You just have a blue check on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like,
and everyone quote tweets
blue check on Twitter.
And they all quote tweet one another. I guess that's how they all have the blue check mark, is because they constantly quote tweet one another.
Well, damn. I won that by 4.
Yeah. Should I switch out of Alonso or keep Alonso now? Because I lost.
Keep it. Let's see if I can beat him pardon me, twice in a row.
All right. AL now. Are we heading to AL Central Purgatory? That's the issue. It's purgatory because they're all it's like they're not bad, but
let's just get them over. Let's just get them over with. And I'll go to the first one. Guaranteed Rate Field.
Guaranteed Rate Field, the greatest name.
The thing with like the new, I don't know, like corporate names is that it makes me like nostalgic for old like U.S. Cellular is corporate, but it sounds like it should just be a ballpark name now.
Not
because the new one is Guaranteed Rate Field.
I mean, they should just go back to Kaminsky Field too, but that's too much to ask for in this day and age. So, the house of Jerry Krause built.
Let's get right to it. It's time for the
God, I love how like the speaking of which, with the Bulls documentary,
the challenger in this
making Krause to be the heel after he's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's like, we're going to wait till we're not, like, Jordan deciding to not do the documentary until the Cavs won the NBA final. No, he waited until Krause died so he could take a proverbial shit all over him. Let's admit it.
I think like the high part was Michael Jordan saying Scottie Pippen was selfish. Scottie Pippen paid for like $2 million a year.
$2 million, and he's making $33 million.
Dude, you make $31 more million. You make up like 3/4 of the team's salary. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they revealed though, like they investigated like on Monday, like whatever old Deadspin hacks or whatever, and found out. Oh yeah, all of Jordan's PR people are executive producers on this. This is entirely Jordan's making.
Oh, it definitely is.
I just want, the one thing I want out of this is Jordan to fess up and say that the reason why he retired in '94 was because he got a 1.5-year suspension from Stern for gambling. That's all I want out of this documentary. It's great. It's going to be great regardless. But just like Stevie Wonder finally admitting he's not blind, I want Jordan to reveal that he was suspended for gambling.
I felt like it had to be. Like, I mean, his dad dying, like, I mean, that definitely could be part of it. Mm-hmm. Like, I definitely. But something just tells me, like, dude just has literally just fully admitted to just being a complete degenerate.
Gambling with the ball boy over the the Jumbotron.
Michael Jordan knew Scottie Pippen was making $22 million a year, and was still like, come on, Scottie. Put up $1 million.
Another home run.
And where's the love for Tony Kukoc?
Seriously. I need to hear the Tony Kukoc thing.
Him and Luke Longley. Where's Luke Longley at?
Luke Longley.
Like the one white guy we're going to constantly talk about is Kerr? No, I want to know about Longley and Kukoc. So,
Bill Wellington, remember the Jerry Krause stand?
yeah, Bill Wellington, no. The white guy.
One dude in here who's nice to Jerry Krause.
Right. But if I wanted white guys on this, I would at least get Luke Longley.
That's number 4 in a row.
Jesus Christ, you're up by 3 again. I think you found your guy.
That is now 5 in a row.
I remember Reinsdorf owned the White Sox too, so he went right from the Bulls to the White Sox farm.
So, Jerry Krause, imagine being a baseball scout and just going up and be like, I want to be the general manager of basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's back when the NBA was the only 2 teams that cared were the Celtics and the Lakers, and the rest of the league was a joke.
This was a good reminder of just like how much the NBA used to just not be a thing.
Yeah, the NBA was a joke until 1990. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it got better with the Celtics and Lakers.
But like,
on the whole,
people,
though,
people don't realize that the NBA was minor league until the 80s.
Really, like the NBA in the 70s.
Like, just look at the cities that had NBA teams.
But the NBA in the 70s was legitimately falling behind the ABA.
Yeah, like, look at the teams that won titles in the NBA in the 70s. It'll baffle you.
Like the Wizards.
Just 1 minute remaining.
The Bucks.
Wizards, Sonics, the Warriors in the 70s? I think they
Yeah,
did.
the Warriors won in the 70s. I'll pull up the Wikipedia after this run. By the way, I got bonus time, you do not. That could be critical. You didn't get the distance bonus yet. You might have there, though. Did you? I think you're going to run out of time while I'm still going, unless this one clears 450.
30 seconds left. His 3rd consecutive home
Oh, you're done.
run.
I'm not.
Oh, shit.
That's gone into the bullpen.
And that'll do it.
Asshole.
Oh, no. That'll.
And there's number 21.
You've been eliminated. Shut up. AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, your home run derby champion, Pete Alonso.
Yeah, so while we have a little break, we already ratted off 11 of these. We'll keep it going. We've got nothing better to do. Maybe do another hour or so of this. Seriously, it's the same 6 songs in this rotation. They don't play any of the other songs in this soundtrack. Of NBA champions. All right, so the 70s in the NBA, if you want a trip. 70 Lakers. 71 Bucks. 72 Lakers, 73 Lakers, 74 Bucks, 75 Warriors, 76... Oh, no. They did West and East. Sorry, let me repeat this. Sorry. 71 Bucks, 72 Lakers, 73 Knicks, 74 Celtics, 75 Warriors, 76 Celtics, 77 Blazers, 78 Bullets, 79 Sonics.
Warriors, Sonics, Bullets, and Blazers all won titles.
Now, World Series champions, remember the 80s were weird. The 80s you had 79 Pirates, 80 Phillies, 81 Dodgers, 82 Cards, 83 Orioles, 84 Tigers, 85 Royals, 86 Mets, 87 Twins, 88 Dodgers, 89 Athletics.
No one went back to back.
Yeah, 90 Reds, 91 Twins, and then 92, 93 Blue Jays, and then you had the Yankees dynasty and whatnot. God, those were weird times. So NL, this go around. Let us go. Let's go with. Do the bandbox known as Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, that's fun. Crap, hold on.
This Cash Machine song again.
Let's get right to it. It's time for the Home Run Derby. The clock has started in the
Safe and
championship
or
round.
Chris are watching this. They're probably going to spam the chat with Philly
Let's go.
for their
One
little league.
plus of the season getting canceled is we've run out of Philly Final Four for the Cross.
Yes.
And that one, gone. It's in the
This is a
second
friggin'
inning.
Little League Park.
That's 3 in a row now.
.407 to
Four
Dixon.
in a row now.
A Little League Park.
Love to see it.
That is now 5 in a row. Six consecutive home runs.
Hit the scoreboard. 450. Huh? Okay, what is it, East Hartford the next 2 years, 3 years?
Yep. Next 2 years in East Hartford.
Home run.
Does it go back to Philly after that, or they did not announce?
They did not announce yet, but I would assume that they would be owed one. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
Another home run.
I don't know. I got nothing against East Hartford.
see the thing with Philly,
it's, in the middle of, it's in the middle of
middle of
fucking
nowhere.
nowhere.
hey, it's a bone to throw to our good friend Mac Lord,
3 in a row.
former editor-in-chief of College Cross, former
I just,
East
like-
Connecticut resident.
I don't know. The
Number 4
attendance
in
will
a
probably be
row.
fine. I don't think the attendance last year at the quarterfinals was that bad.
The funny thing, though, is everyone from Philly brags about it being a lacrosse hotbed. How come there's never any lacrosse scenes in the introduction to Action News? If you're a real
Six
lacrosse
consecutive
hotbed,
home
you would
runs.
have some lacrosse in the Action News intro.
Make it 7 in
Speaking
a
of which, when
row
hockey
now.
comes back this summer, you know what I'm looking forward to? The Flyers losing in the first round and all of them blaming it on the Rona layoff.
That
Even
one's
though
outta here.
you know that Carter
Into
Hart,
the
even if
second
things went as planned, would fall apart the second the
Two
playoffs
minutes
started, like
remaining.
any other Philadelphia
I
Flyer.
love the Flyers because they'll either have a 10-game winning streak or 10-game losing streak every year. Like it's one or the other. They usually alternate.
Yeah.
But the playoffs will come around and they'll still lose in the first round.
Yeah.
And in a row now.
No, and it always the same. They always have the new hope, a new hotshot young goalie that always falls apart in the playoffs. So Carter Hart, looking great. He was going to fall apart in the playoffs. Hockey comes back this summer. He's going to fall apart in the playoffs. Like, you know Malkin's going to have, like, a field day on him if it's Penguins Flyers. Like, who is their goalie? Oh, we got a comment on this. Great. Now I actually have to look up what the comment is.
And there's another one.
Yeah, we got a comment. It looks like now I gotta actually check the
17.
comments.
Go fuck it.
No pressure
It is.
on that one.
I'll get to it in a sec. No, it doesn't look like it do. Let me say,
His third consecutive home run.
Oh no, yes, Chris tuned in. Ryan, I tuned in on when the Action News discussion came up, and I'm disappointed in you, you coward. And you're talking about the Flyers' collapse. I hope the Islanders leave Long Island. Well, the shame about that is that they're building a new arena. So they're not going, oh, it's tied now. So, Jake, your take. Oh, God, you might win this. Chris might have thrown me off my game here.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. All right. I rested on my laurels way too much that round.
Home Run Derby champion, JD Martinez.
So we're going back to the American League.
Yeah, where'd it go in the American League?
And we will go, to get out of the way, we'll go to Comerica Park.
Comerica, the definition of nice ballpark, but meh. It's like, it's cool, it's downtown and everything, but it's like, yeah.
Isn't Detroit the only city that has every arena downtown? Because the Red Wings have moved from...
Yeah, Red Wings moved to...
Auburn.
No. Pistons moved from Auburn Hills.
Yeah, the Pistons moved from Auburn Hills.
Yeah,
so.
and Joe Louis was like on the river more than anything else.
Let's get right to it. It's time for the
Joe.
Home Run Derby.
I always miss when people would stand up and you couldn't see.
Yeah, I couldn't see. Thankfully, Toronto's tried to keep that alive last year.
Alonso. The clock has officially started.
We'll see. Yeah, we haven't really seen any playoffs that Chris says in the chat. I hope the Mets move to Montreal. Eat nuts, Ryan. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, because we haven't seen a playoff game at Little Caesars yet. So hopefully they still stand up and block the camera view at Little Caesars. Keep that alive.
I feel like it's not like the same as... Because the Joe only had that one camera angle from that one side of the...
Yeah, and then they moved to the one that was up higher, and then there were still people blocking the way. I guess we're not going to count... United Center's too far out of downtown, right there on the west side.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a little too out of the way from downtown there, where United Center won't count Chicago.
Are both Wrigley and Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago proper?
They're all in Chicago proper, but like the west side of Chicago is like not really that dense, if that makes any sense.
Consecutive home run.
It's a little out of the way. I'm trying to think.
I'm not like one of those people who when Dallas wherever plays and it's like we're in Dallas, like no you're in Arlington, like I don't really care, but I do love when WB goes to Rosemont and claims that they're in Chicago.
Let's go.
Or anything at Gillette Stadium claiming it's Boston.
Oh yeah, that one's fun.
I'm trying to think other downtown areas. I was going to say Boston, but then yeah, the Patriots and Foxborough, so that doesn't count.
I mean, Baltimore only has two teams, but
yeah,
both are right next to each other.
Philly is all in the same area.
Philly's all in the same area. I wonder how many people know that. Literally, if you're in the parking lot of one, like M&T Bank, you're in the you can just walk right across the parking lot to.
Well, you can do that now with Arlington too. You could do that with Philly. You could do that with
what is it?
Pittsburgh's down the block. They're not next to each other, but it's on the same block. Same row.
It was weird. Like I remember, I didn't really know it until like one time I parked. Like I actually went and parked instead of like taking like the light rail, in the parking lot of Camden Yards. And I'm like, oh shit, that's the
out of here into the visitor's
Yeah.
bullpen.
Heinz Field and PNC Park are like on the same road, but they're actually not next to each other.
Yeah, I mean, the what is it? Arena in Baltimore, which isn't probably qualified to host pro team because it's old as shit. Is also like 5 minutes away, I think.
Now Philadelphia's not like Philadelphia's in South Philly, so it's not proper downtown Philly. It's kind of like on the very outskirts, right by the I-95, but that could count. It's the same sports complex.
Philly, I'm all about being specific about just to make Safe mad.
Safe and Chris, who's probably still watching us.
To claim that literally freaking like mainline is just everything is Philly.
Yeah, Newark, Delaware is Philly.
Welcome to Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Lancaster, Pennsylvania is Philly.
Philly.
Gettysburg is Philly.
That one is gone.
Bethlehem is Philly.
Bethlehem.
Reading is Philly.
Monster home run.
All of across Twitter having a tizzy over that fake IL account was hilarious.
Washington would be if Dan Snyder didn't have to build a stadium in... Well, no, it was actually Jeff Cook. Jeff Kent Cook built FedEx Field, right? Or is
FedEx
it...
Field was built by Satan.
Oh, so it was Snyder.
Alonso.
God, it's the worst. Oh my God.
Right on the grounds. Yeah, they replaced the bullets and the caps
It's
played there
horrible.
in a terrible location. Then they decide, hey, we're going to build something downtown. And then here comes Dan Snyder going, hey, you know what? Let's go there instead.
I mean, look, like for the record, one, it's really dumb to move stadiums after 20-something years. With that being said,
FedEx Field is an
FedEx
abomination.
Field it's just a complete and utter bomb of fucking. It's just horrible. What's the total between us right now?
Okay, right now it is we're at 13. 13. You have won 1, 2, 3. Let me just color code it. I'll get back to you in a sec. You have won 1, 2. You've won 4.
Are you taking like combining the home run totals?
Oh no, I haven't been combining the home run totals because it varies from ballpark to ballpark. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta start getting on a run and winning some of these then.
Let's go NL. Let's do Busch Stadium.
Busch Stadium.
Bush, but spelled like George W. Bush on Best Fans in Baseball Twitter.
Yeah, it's always funny. Oh shit! I'm gonna switch it next time. It's from JD, even though he's done well.
I'll switch it up maybe next time.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna use Griffey next time. See how it goes.
Oh, okay.
I think that'd be fine.
Let's get right to it. It's time.
Is Barry
for
Bonds
the
in this, or is he still
Home
not
Run
letting them use
Derby.
Probably
Hitting
not
first
letting
in
them
this
use. No,
championship
he still
round,
doesn't let them use
Number
it.
20, Pete
Shame.
Alonso.
Yeah, he never played 19
Clock
plays.
is running, and the round is
Nor did
done.
Jordan back in the day, though. Like, Jordan never allowed his likeness in the NBA Live games. It was only until, like, NBA 2K went, hey, we're going to pay you a lot of money to put you on the cover. And he's like, yes.
Man, remember NBA Live?
Yeah, Jordan was the player.
Into the second deck.
And, of course, Bobby Dowd for Barry Bonds. And they made him a white guy
That's
in MVP Baseball. That was the best. Just a white guy with Jeff Kent's mustache. It was incredible.
I found out that there is a white 5-star running back in this high school class. I was just amazed. Holy shit, that's a unicorn.
Where's he committed to?
He's from North Carolina, so he's considering Clemson, UNC, NC State.
Because that screams Georgia. Georgia commit.
Yeah, I think Georgia's out. Oh, Notre Dame. He's after Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. 442 dead center, dude.
Georgia would make some sense. Of course, at some point, Georgia's gonna have a football player named Guy White.
TV Sports Midwest. They just couldn't get Fox's license. They got TV Sports Midwest instead of Fox Sports Midwest. If they had a basketball team at Scottrade Center and the Rams didn't move, St. Louis would be in that same downtown discussion for all 4 teams.
Yeah, I mean, and of course they did have the Battle Hawks for about 2 years.
Rest in peace.
Aren't they getting a soccer team? I think they are. Right?
Yeah, they're getting an MLS. I'm pretty sure they're getting an MLS team.
I mean, they've been trying, but I think it became like...
Yeah, I've lost track with the MLS and their Ponzi schemes. So.
Seriously, MLS is like...
Every year they're adding like 2 teams and not the one that made the most sense at Sacramento. It's like they keep on screwing over Sacramento for
on the
all
one
these Ponzi
hand,
schemes.
It's like... On the one hand, it's like, hey, when you have a big-ass country, you should have a lot of teams. On the other hand, it's like, the only way this league is making money is by expansion fees.
Like, wait,
so,
David... Right? Or something like that?
Who?
David Beckham's Miami team, like, actually is an actual real thing now, right?
Yeah.
But they still don't have a stadium to play, and they have, like, a temporary stadium or some nonsense like that, right?
Yeah, kind of, but, I mean, it's like, it's a legitimate stadium. It's but, like, it's not like their own, the stadium they've been trying to build.
Oh. And NYCFC's still at Yankee Stadium. Playing home games at Red Bull Arena when need be.
Oh my God.
Incredible bands.
It
Playing
never really
playoff games at Citi Field and then other games at Red Bull Arena, which is the whole reason why NYCFC exists, because New Yorkers are getting sick and tired of having to root for a team in Jersey.
It never really peaked. Like, there was never like a peak of the Hudson River Derby, which is like a fucking horrendous name, by the way. For
just 1 minute remaining.
Like,
Yeah, because you still
River Derby.
Because you still have to pass the Harlem River to get to Yankee Stadium too.
It's just like it's not good, but that rivalry was bad from Jump Street, but like it really just plunged to horrible depths when NYCFC literally had to play games in the Red Bull.
30 seconds left.
Seriously.
The other funny thing is with the perception of, not to get political, but the perception of soccer fans in America, and the irony that NYCFC became the New York City fascist club.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Like what?
That was oh dear. that was kind of rough.
Like wait, what?
And there's another one.
That happened.
No doubt about this.
Hey, you
one.
won.
He's 17.
I did. So that's the last one's gonna close.
Ladies and gentlemen, your home run.
So we're going back to the
champion,
AL.
JD.
And I'll break up the AL Central monotony and say RIP to Tal's Hill, and we'll go to Minute Maid.
That was the best gimmick. We got the Steamboat rap song
They
again.
got rid of it. Reggie Jackson has 110 power in this game. Yeah. I'll use Griffey, though. Who still has less power than Pete Alonso. like Fight
11 at bats per
Fight
home.
Night champion, where like the final guy you have to beat is like a cross between Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, and it's just like completely ridiculous.
Let's get right to it. It's time for the
poor
Home
Taj
Run
Hill, the
Derby.
best.
The clock is now running, and the round has begun. See you later. Up onto the train track.
Trying to hit the train.
It's disappointing no one jumped off the profit boxes at the Royal Rumble this year.
I know. Once again, we're not taking full advantage of these ballparks.
I mean, the one Roman and Corbin match they did actually brawl on top of the bullpen, which is cool. But
Nothing from the Crawford box. There's nothing with the train.
yeah, we gotta get a little more.
Nothing with a trash can.
I think they did use trash cans.
Oh. But did they do a call to the Astros cheating scandal?
To the train track.
No, I think they put one of them in a porta potty.
3 minutes to go.
No, I was going to say, because that would be funny if they did a call back to the cheating scandal. By the way, there needs to be more cheating in baseball. We need steroids back.
Seriously, like this, like
they finally juiced up the baseballs last year, and it's fun. It's like, oh no, we're gonna lie about juicing up the baseballs, and admit it and say we're not going to juice them anymore. Like, no, keep them juiced. It was fun last year. We finally got dingers last year, and now it's like, oh yeah, we actually did juice the baseballs. We're sorry. No, don't be sorry about it.
What do y'all really think baseball's supposed to be? Like
440 is a juice count.
What are you trying to get out of this here?
And it's always clutch curling with the integrity of the game.
Integrity of what game? It's baseball.
His third in a row.
Don't think it, dudes. It's like literally the entire story of the sport is
2 minutes remaining. That's number 4 in a row. That is now 5 in a row.
Like, when baseball comes back, I hope the Astros win the pennant again and piss off every Yankee fan.
Can you imagine if the Astros beat the Yankees?
Yes, that's all. Like, every Yankee fan flying bloody murder over this whole thing.
Yankees are convinced that the Astros cannot beat them now. And the Astros will probably beat them.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing I want more when baseball comes back than the Astros beating the Yankees in the playoffs. Because every Yankee fan thinks the world's against them because the Astros cheated, and they think the Red Sox cheated, and everybody's cheaters except for the Yankees. And during the
Yankees, just sticking needles in each other.
No. During the steroid era, the Yankees won a dynasty without steroids.
Yeah, sure. Like, you know, they're just literally passing around needles in the locker room.
He's 60 in the round.
That's hilarious to me.
Yankees never cheat.
Hat trick. 3 in a row.
The thing I wanted the most out of all this investigating was finding out that the Yankees cheated too, just so every Yankee fan that was clutching pearls would be considered a complete hypocrite.
Just 1 minute.
But alas, that never happened.
5 straight.
Yet,
home run.
there's still time for them to do an investigation and find out the Yankees did something the same thing, and it'll be hilarious.
I'm sure everyone's done something like that.
That's into the Crawford boxes.
They stole signs. And stealing signs.
Who gives a crap? Change your signs. That's what it means. Like the Nationals won the World Series because they were smart enough to change their signs.
30 seconds left.
It's just like NASCAR. If you know someone's doing something, do the same or change it up. By the way, gotta love how NASCAR, we went from the feel-good fun of iRacing to everyone treating it too serious to someone getting their whole career derailed for dropping the N-bomb. Only NASCAR could find a positive and completely change it into an absolute negative in 2 weeks.
I like this NASCAR iRacing thing. 1 week later. We regret to inform you.
Yeah, we got Bubba Wallace rage quitting. and losing a sponsor over it. And then Kyle Larson
Ladies and gentlemen,
dropping hard R's.
Home Run Derby champion.
Only NASCAR could do that. Take a positive and turn it into a huge negative. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Then we'll go from there. Oh, there was a police chase. We could have been watching Worldwide Wob. Darn it. We picked the wrong night to do this. Finally a good police chase, and we missed out on it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to... should I mix it up away from... Should I move away from Alonso for a round?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll go with... I'll go with Chris Bryant. Actually, Kyle Schwarber next. I'll be right back. Try Schwarber for one. You got a lefty.
Did Kim Jong-un kick it? Doesn't look like it's confirmed yet.
No, TMZ said it earlier, and usually TMZ's right with this stuff.
Well,
so.
TMZ was just reporting what the
Chinese were saying.
Chinese and Japanese had reported. If you're listening to this and you haven't heard the story of the North Korea tanky truthers,
the greatest story. We'll get to that in a second. I was just thinking with downtown stadiums real quick. Is SoFi going to be too far out of the downtown core? Because, I mean, Chavez Ravine's close enough, I think, from downtown. But Inglewood's too out of the way, right?
Yeah, that's that.
All right, NL, let's roll with...
We're going Schwarber.
Let us go with...
Arenado.
Let's go to your neck of the woods, sort of, with Nationals Park.
Nationals.
Nats. It's a shame that made... Yeah, it's... I liked it. It was better before they built it up with all the freaking new apartments, though, because you got the clear view of Capitol Hill and everything. But then they built it up like everything else in Washington to get all the blue checkmark Twitter accounts homes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing new about so the North Korean truthers.
North Korean truthers, man, it really reframes your entire mindset on
It's time
Twitter shit.
For the home
y'all probably see someone like praising Joseph Stalin and are like, okay, that's a little fucking
Kyle
weird. Me has literally seen people call North Korea a shining city on hell. And it's, I mean, I love those people. Like, they're legitimately the craziest people they ever meet in lives, and it's so fucking awesome. It's hilarious. They're like, so, like, what about all the human rights violations? It's like, you shouldn't believe all the shit you read. Dude,
the U.S. has all these civil rights violations.
Like, dude, there's literally, like, books written about this.
They go into prison camps.
Oh, it's just all capitalist propaganda.
And that one,
Dude, North Korea's hardly even
into
communist.
the second deck.
It's like a monarchy.
Guys think one ally in China's like sick of your crap now too. It's like no, even China's not even touching you guys.
3 minutes to go.
It's tanky Twitter, but like
On steroids.
Into the
on
bullpen.
steroids. Like it's
Which Major League Baseball needs to bring back. But yes.
absolutely
Oh,
incredible.
now.
Greatest thing I have experienced in my life.
And by greatest you mean you wanted to delete your account.
Oh, like in the moment, I was like, oh my god, what the fucking read. But in hindsight, I'm like, I don't know what's
Well, they might be coming back. Whenever we find out.
if Kim Jong-un dies, pull one out for tanky Twitter, man. They're gonna be on suicide watch. It's gonna be a tough time for them. Like they don't have many of those. Like they don't have many heroes anymore. You know, it's tough for the tanky.
No, because then they're gonna have if it's his sister.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Then
Yeah.
North Korea's the
man.
most progressive state in all of Asia.
The world.
Another
They have
home
a
run.
female communist leader. Like, what's more progressive than that? They're gonna go wild with that, man. I mean, there are look, there are some funny tweets, like the one like Stalin age difference one, which is like, I don't know if our king should have been should have been having.
He's problematic. Stalin is problematic because
he's our problematic king. Like, that one's fucking hilarious, no doubt about it.
That's 3 in a row now.
Or the one what is it? Stalin and Mao, while made mistakes. I mean, just around roughly 100 million people died, but
mistakes were made.
Win some, lose some. But the tankies are just. Oh my God.
That is now 5 in a row.
Finally playing a song I like on the soundtrack. Group Love song.
Out of here.
Group Love with the absolute career recovery. Like they were treading in the MGMT category with that second album, where it's like they stunk, but then they came back and they've been putting out bangers ever since. They recovered nicely because I would say the kick saving a beauty of the alt rock community of the 2010s because they were treading very dangerously to the MGMT second album, and then it all goes to shit. Trajectory, but they kick saving beauty from their third album onward.
And that's a home run. He's 16th in the round. A hat trick. 3 in a row. 30 seconds left. That's number 4 in a row.
In that case where I got the bonus and you didn't.
5 straight home runs.
I just hit the X button that time. No.
6 consecutive home runs.
All right, let's do one more.
All right, one more for the night.
Home run.
And fuck it, let's both use Pete Alonso.
Yeah. The Alonzo Derby.
We'll both use Pete Alonso, and we'll go to Coors.
Coors.
Let's rock.
All right, and then we'll do the next 13 maybe next week. Because we're not doing it tomorrow night because tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Last Dance.
It's just for our purposes, stay on after this because we're going to have a little private chat. Unless you want to do it over Skype. Go to Skype after this?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Gotta laugh about Johns Hopkins. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Whoops. Coors.
Let's rock.
Hashtag Coors.
53 home runs. Has anyone hit 60 lately?
Did Judge?
I think he did. Did he? I think Judge hit like 56, 57? Davis said 53.
Let's get right to it.
And now look at his
It's
power
time
rating.
for the home run derby.
Yeah.
The round is now underway.
Stay fair, stay fair. I have no idea if that's fair or not. Safer Burger.
491.
Into the second deck.
Jeez.
See you later. Into the bleachers.
Oh yeah, if you hit it into the center field stand, like Coors Field's so ridiculous that they have center field stands, and it's still plausible to hit a dinger there.
It's
460.
outta here.
Barely
Into
clear
the
the
I had a 491.
Where'd you hit it to? Dead center?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of left. I just hit 491 again.
460.
goes into the bleacher seats.
I'm hitting it into the center field bleachers. 462.
Into the fountain.
Coors is ridiculous.
The track just completely lost this. I don't even know what's going on.
422, and that looks like it barely.
Into the bullpen.
Like it's 415 to dead center, and you're
3
still
minutes to
matching
go.
them over it because of the altitude.
Lord, how is that?
It's
140.
out of here. Heads up, bleachers.
Oh, God, that one. 492.
Go all the way out to the concourse.
Like if it's a little bit to the right, if you're on the right hand side of that scoreboard, you're hitting 500. 498.
3 in a row.
Boy. What's going on right there? Over this over.
492, and it hit a wall.
485.
Sweet Jesus. 505, and it hit the scoreboard. If that scoreboard wasn't there, that would have been like a 520 something. 455, and that was barely fair.
2 minutes remaining.
This is such a ridiculous ballpark.
Ah, shit.
Goodbye. He takes on the bleacher section.
Yeah, we cranked that one. 486 to left. Holy moly.
Jesus. 482.
Another home run.
God, this isn't the score. That's going to be
No
460.
question about that one. Just 1 minute remaining.
498.
473. Such a ridiculous ballpark to go to. Oh my God, what is this thing?
4 in a row now.
Oh, hum.
Five straight home run. 30 seconds left.
Just hit one to right.
And that
Barely
one's
clears the wall
out
at
of here
431.
to the deepest part of the ballpark.
491.
7 in a row now. Keep it going, fans. That's now 8 in a row.
.502.
Line straight home run.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this. We'll be at it another night. We have nothing to do. But we got through most of them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
otherwise, stay safe. Thanks for joining us.
champion,
We'll eventually have another college crosscast up ahead.
Alonzo.
So, yeah. So, yada yada, stay hydrated.